All right, let's dive right into this explainer because OpenAI just quietly changed what ChatGPT actually is, and honestly, almost nobody noticed. If you're still treating this platform like a standard chatbot, you're absolutely going to get left behind by people who barely even know what they're doing. Today, we're unpacking the GPT 5.5 update, and I'm going to show you exactly why the rules just completely shifted under everyone's feet. Here is what's on the agenda for today. We're covering the shift from chatbot to autonomous agent, how to hand off long horizon goals, setting up a persistent file library, automating your research and visuals, and finally, a quick pricing reality check. Section 1. Chatbot to autonomous agent, the paradigm shift. When Sam Altman's team dropped this model on April 23, 2026, they were unusually direct about it. As our source material highlights, professionals who do this for a living realized within days that treating GPT 5.5 like just a slightly smarter version of GPT-5 is completely missing the mark. You know, OpenAI isn't even calling it a chatbot anymore. They're explicitly calling it an agent. And that one single word changes everything about how you need to interact with it. The real crux of it is this massive difference between the old way and the new way. Older versions, you could chain tool calls, sure, but if a task took longer than a couple of minutes, well, they'd completely lose the plot. You literally had to babysit them. GPT 5.5, on the other hand, thrives on true autonomy. You're no longer meant to just throw single prompts at it, you're meant to give it long horizon goals. Section 2. Handing off long horizon goals, a new mental model. If you're still just asking quick questions, you are leaving immense power on the table. Think about long horizon tasks as 10 to 30-minute autonomous workflows. Imagine taking an entire research project, handing it off, and having the agent pull in 20-plus pages, stitch them all together, and hand you back a finished piece of work without you holding its hand even once. You aren't asking a question anymore. You are handing off a comprehensive, multi-step goal. Section 3. The persistent file library, automating content production. Now, this is the quietest, but arguably the most powerful update for business operators and content creators. If you're sick and tired of re-uploading the exact same brand guidelines, client documents, or project briefs over and over again, well, those days are over. The new file library gives you persistent context. You drop a file in once, and it is permanently there, available across every single conversation you have moving forward. No more of those I lost my context headaches. By combining this persistent file library with that new long horizon reasoning we just talked about, you're basically setting up your own automated private knowledge base. And it takes 3 simple steps. First, upload that persistent context, your style guides, transcripts, whatever it is. Second, hand off a long horizon goal, like draft the next script. Finally, it pulls from everything automatically and delivers the finished work. This is exactly the playbook for replacing manual tasks with a fully autonomous agent workflow. Section 4. Automating research and visuals. Supporting tactics. With your core workflow set up, let's talk about some really cool supporting tactics. 82.7%. That is a massive number. That's GPT 5.5's accuracy on Terminal Bench 2.0. It also hit 58.6% for resolving real-world GitHub issues. Now, you might be wondering, why does a coding score matter if I'm not a developer? Because that huge leap in coding translates directly into structured business logic. That same reasoning makes it absolutely incredible at building out complex content calendars, fixing up messy spreadsheets, or planning multi-step marketing campaigns. It's also super vital to point out that OpenAI quietly rolled out GPT 5.5 Instant, which is actually the default model now for both free and plus users, and it brings 2 massive upgrades to the table. First off, it significantly reduces hallucinations in really sensitive areas, stuff like law, medicine, and finance. Second, it can now seamlessly search your past conversations, your files, and even your Gmail to give you deeply personalized daily context. On top of that, the new Shopping 2.0 feature, it's not just for buying sneakers. It is a crazy powerful competitive research proxy for businesses. If you're comparing B2B software subscriptions, the old way gave you a giant wall of text and meant 30 minutes of chaotic, migraine-inducing tab juggling. The new way? It takes about 90 seconds to generate a crisp, side-by-side comparison with specs and prices perfectly lined up. It's a massive time saver. And for visual content, Images 2.0 brings some huge relief. Obviously, 2K resolution output is great, but the real game changer here is accurate text rendering. The era of generating an infographic and getting that weird alien gibberish text back is finally over. It was explicitly trained on formats that need structure, which literally saves you an hour of manual Photoshop fixes. Plus, there's a new thinking mode on the paid plans that actually maps out complex layouts before it even generates the image.
Section 5. The pricing reality check. Don't overspend.
So all of these autonomous tools are incredible, right? But we really need to do a reality check on what they actually cost to run. Standard API access is $5 per million input tokens and $30 per million output. The Pro tier jumps way up to $30 in and $180 out. Or for a Consumer Pro subscription, it's a flat $200 a month. Let me give you the honest takeaway here. The standard tier is more than enough for most creators, marketers, and business owners. Do not let yourself get talked into that $200 a month tier unless heavy, complex coding is the absolute backbone of your business infrastructure. At the end of the day, the true value of GPT 5.5 isn't just that it's a smarter tool. It's that it is finally an autonomous agent. The professionals who adjust their workflows to match this shift, the ones using the file library and handing off those 30-minute long horizon goals, they are the ones who are going to pull way ahead. So I'll leave you with this thought. Looking at your own daily workflow right now, are you still just prompting a chatbot, or are you ready to actually manage an autonomous agent?